So you're thinking about moving to Atlanta, Georgia, but you're looking for a budget-friendly suburb, or maybe you're a current resident and you're looking for more of an affordable place to live in Georgia. Regardless of why you're here, this video is going to break down the top 5 most affordable suburbs in Atlanta, Georgia, going into 2024. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Zavon Ace, your Atlanta home guide, and whether you plan on moving in 7 days or 70 days, feel free to reach out to me through any of the contact methods listed down below. We get contacted every day by people just like all of you who reach out to us interested in buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're interested, do not hesitate to contact us today. Now, without further ado, let's get into suburb number 1. Oh, and by the way, for those of you that currently live here, please comment down below your favorite suburb in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, for number 5 for our most affordable suburb, we have Forest Park, Georgia. Forest Park is known for its proximity to Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. This area offers a great balance between affordability and convenience. Forest Park is located southeast of Atlanta, around 15 to 20 minutes away from the city. The average home cost in Forest Park, Georgia is around $230,000, significantly lower than the city average. And the median household income is around $34,000, which is way below the national average, which is $74,000. Forest Park is a vibrant, diverse community with various amounts of park and recreational activities to do. Now, as far as the crime rate go, people who live in Forest Park generally consider the southeast part of the city to be the most safest. The chance of being a victim to violent crime can be as high as 1 in 9 in the northwest parts of the neighborhood, or as low as 1 in 26 in the southeastern parts of the suburb. Now, Forest Park school ratings aren't exactly the best according to greatschools.org. Forest Park has an average of a 2 out of 10 rating across the board for all grade levels. Now, even with all that being said, Forest Park is a community that residents typically stay there for 6 years before they opt to move out. And approximately 40% of homes are owner-occupied, leaving 60% of the homes in Forest Park renter-occupied. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the demographics for Forest Park on the screen now. Now, at number 4 on our list, we have Morrow, Georgia, home of South Lake Mall and Clayton State University. This suburb offers great cost of living and easy access to Atlanta. Morrow is located southeast of Atlanta, around 20 minutes away from the city. The average home cost in Morrow is around $230,000 to $240,000, making a pretty good budget-friendly suburb for this list. Morrow has had a significant increase in its median household income, which is now hovering around $74,000, which is a big jump from prior years. Now, the residents that live there really appreciate the laid-back and the chill atmosphere that Morrow has to offer. There's plenty of decent places to eat and it has a really peaceful atmosphere. Now, one thing to mention is that Morrow's violent crime rate is higher than the national average. Morrow's violent crime rate is 34.9, which is 12 points higher than the national average of 22.7. Property crime in Morrow is also pretty high with a 95.9 compared to the national average of a 35.4. This means while living in Morrow, you need to make sure you're aware of your surroundings and take precaution to make sure you ensure your safety, depending on what part of Morrow that you do live in. Now, people who do live in Morrow consider the southeast part of the city to be the safest. Morrow is as high as 1 in 18 if you're going to be in the southwest parts of the suburb. But it can go as low as 1 in 35 if you're in the southeastern parts of the city. Now, as for schools, Morrow has an average rating of a 3.5 out of 10 across all grade levels, again, according to greatschools.org. One more thing to add before we move on, residents in Morrow tend to typically stay there for around 7 years before they opt to move out, and right now, currently, 60% of the homes in Morrow are owner-occupied, and 40% of them are renter-occupied. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the demographics for Morrow. Now, for number 3 on this list, we're going to be heading over to East Point. With East Point's historic charm and its proximity to the city of Atlanta, it is eye-catching for those looking for affordability. The average home price in East Point is around $325,000, moving up the ladder from our previous 2 suburbs. The median household income in East Point is around $50,000, significantly lower than the national median income, which is around $74,000. East Point has beautiful parks and allows easy access to MARTA for those of you who need to commute. What makes East Point so desirable is how close it is to downtown Atlanta. Only 10 to 15 minutes up the road, you're already in the heart of the city. Now, as far as crime goes, East Point might have the worst crime statistics on this list. It doubles, nearly triples every violent crime metric there is nationally. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that on the screen and allow you guys to look at it for yourselves. Now, as for schools, East Point does have a pretty okay school rating with an average of 5 out of 10 across the board, which is significantly higher than everything we've seen on this list thus far. Now, residents that do live in East Point tend to stay an average of 8 years, with 58% of these homes being renter-occupied and the other 42% of them being owner-occupied. On screen now, I'll be showing you the demographics for East Point. Now on the number 2 for this list, we have Redan, Georgia, offering affordability and a lot of green spaces. If you're looking for a cost-effective location without compensating amenities, this might be a place worth looking at. Redan is located far east of the city of Atlanta, being around a 20 to 25 minute commute to the city. The average home cost is around $256,000, providing a pretty good return on your investment. The average household income is $57,000, up from the prior year of $52,000. Redan is known for its strong sense of community and its peaceful neighborhoods, with residents living here on an average of 9 years before moving out. Now, just like a few others on this list, Redan's crime rate is also higher than the national average. Crime rate in Redan is 67 per 1,000 residents during a standard year. People who live in Redan generally consider the north part of the city to be the safest. Now, Redan's school rating is going to be around the same as East Point's, around 5 out of 10s across the board. Around 55% of the homes in Redan are owner-occupied and the other 45% are renter-occupied. Alright, now let's go ahead and look at the demographics for Redan. Now, on to the last and final affordable suburb on this list. At number 1, we have Conyers, Georgia. Conyers is known for its southern charm and the Georgia International Horse Park. Conyers is located far east of the city of Atlanta, with around a 20 to 30 minute commute to the city. This suburb is a good choice for those seeking affordability without having to sacrifice the suburban lifestyle. The average home price here is around $318,000, making it the second most expensive on this list. The average household income is around $47,000, also being the second lowest on this list. Conyers offers small town appeal with also access to outdoor recreational activities. Residents that live in Conyers tend to stay for an average of about 10 years before they opt to move out, making it number 1 on this list for how long people stay there. The crime rate in Conyers is also the lowest on this list. The rate of crime in Conyers is around 32 per 1,000 residents during a standard year. Residents who live in Conyers generally consider the southeast part of the suburb to be the safest. Your chance of being victim to crime is as high as 1 in 15 in the central parts of the suburb and as low as 1 in 44 in the southeast parts of the suburb. Now, as for schools, Conyers has the highest school rating on this list with an average of a 5.5 out of 10 across the board. And in Conyers, approximately 30% of residents are renters, leaving 70% of residents being owners. Alright, and coming on screen now are the demographics for Conyers. So there you have it, guys. Those are the top 5 most affordable suburbs in Atlanta, Georgia going into 2024. I do urge you to visit these places, talk to the locals, and determine for yourself if these places align for what your needs are. Now, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to smash that like button, leave a comment, share this video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, please do not forget and do not hesitate to contact us if you are interested in buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Atlanta, Georgia. You can contact us through any of the contact methods listed down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.